Okay.
Okay, well, the inspiration.
Well, perhaps you can share the start of the group.
Yeah, Club Pro 5 started out 15 years ago. She wasn't around. Maya joined us later. But yeah, we started out listening to various kinds of music. And we come from very separate, very different backgrounds. And you can hear that in our music as well. And basically, our inspirations come from all over the place. As far as our group goes, I think there are several a cappella groups we listen to, and we still listen to them and admire a lot of many American groups. The Manhattan Transfer is a big influence. And also a real group from Sweden has been a huge inspiration to I think very many European groups. Almost all the a cappella singers know the real group or should know them. And of course, when we got more and more inside a cappella and inside a vocal singing, ensemble singing, we got to know many groups and I love Singers Unlimited, for example.
They're great, yeah.
Yeah.
And well, I joined the group 2005, and at the time we were all, actually 4 of us, we were studying in Sibelius Academy, and there we met. You were just released your first album, Ensi-ilta, and yeah, so 10 years ago I joined, and my background is quite pop rock music is my favorite. I have also sung some jazz, but I think my what I love is the music of Kate Bush and quite a few singer-songwriters from UK also. And Susanna is our jazz singer. Tuukka loves classical music, has studied.
Our bass.
Yeah,
our bass singer.
I have also studied classical singing and pop rock jazz singing. And you love it all.
I do it all.
You do it all.
The thing is, that we all used to be, some of us still are instrumentalists, and that.
Yeah,
we
have all played something. Yeah.
Yep, and you can really hear that from the way we sound, and I think that's the source of inspiration as well. I mean, many of my favorite artists are actually players, and when we first started, I think many of the first things that many of the things that pushed us were from the instrumental world, so to speak. We didn't start to be like Take Six or any ensemble we knew. We sort of wanted to play with our voices. So, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. And I think that what's unique in our band is that the backgrounds, that we love different kinds of music, and that's our strength. We have many times we have had these periods where we have been thinking, do we have to focus on some genre more? But no, we have found out that our style is our band. Our style is the way we make music, versions and original music also. Well, primarily we sing a cappella, but we have also made some projects with other bands. But I think the foundation to our sound is the fact that we have 5 singers. We have both men and women. So that's, I think, a big limitation and, how do you say it? Possibility.
Yeah.
We have,
the fact that you have both female and male singers. I find it quite powerful to make a show, for example, we are able to do duets and find interesting things because we have two sexes present, and also the fact that we have songs available that really suit both the female and the male voice and the approach of women and men, and that's one thing, and yeah.
And one thing also that we try to make the most of each singer. So if somebody can do something is very good at something, like Tuukka is at bass playing. He plays he plays the bass and he plays the drums. So we are using that. That's our strength, and that is also so. Individual powers are very important.
Yeah. Well, but as far as our sound goes, I don't know. We like to think of ourselves sort of as a jazz group, but that's sort of because we love to do such a big variety of styles, and we are not. I wouldn't call myself a specialist when it comes to jazz music. We have, I think we have one specialist, one of our singers, Susanna, as Maya said. Her background is from jazz. And it's different from mine. For example, I've studied classical guitar and classical singing. That's my musical background. And I've studied a little arranging and stuff, but many of the things I do them sort of naturally. I've learned myself while doing this, and that's why. But yeah, our sound is really suitable for jazz. It's suitable for doing pop, but we do know we have limitations. And while we do all these styles, we are known to do at the same time and taking turns doing different styles. I think we know that we are not the perfect singers, the perfect soloists to do all these styles. We know we can do, but sort of we like to do our versions of genres. We put our own spin to them, so to speak, and well, yeah, that's basically the variety. Is something you can hear in our sound.
And we do, like I said, we mostly sing a cappella, but we have also done collaborations with symphony orchestra, Helsinki Symphony Orchestra, and also jazz big band Umo. It's very, very good Finnish big band, and we have done with them modern Finnish jazz music, and also we have done Glenn Miller Modernaires concert. It was very nice.
Yeah,
we loved it. And also some tango, Finnish tango music. So that's always something very refreshing for us, to do something completely different and to get influences from other people. So that's very important too.
Yeah, but the thing is that while we have done things with orchestras and, for example, big band, I think we are still, while standing in front of the big band, not a typical soloist. We are still sort of a band, an a cappella band.
We have done actually both versions. We have been the soloist in front of big band, but then with tango music, we have been a part of the big band. So we have been like a section in a big band. It has been arranged that way, the music.
Yeah, I think we have to explain a little bit. So the tango project was a concert full of Finnish tango music. We have a tango in Finland.
It's a very big thing in Finland.
Yeah, and the tango music arranged for us and big band was, well, it was odd, but we also commissioned a lot of arrangement that took the tango compositions and transformed them into many different styles.
Like heavy music, which is also very big in Finland.
Yeah, and to do heavy metal music with 5 singers and a big band, and songs that are originally tango. It's a not mix.
But it's a hit.
It was so fun, and in that project there are songs where, for example, we accompany some solists from
the band,
inside the big band, or we become a section in a big band. So we sang with the saxophones, for example, woodwinds, and we were one section and they were the other another. It was so interesting.
Fun, yeah.
Club 45 is a group that rarely performs acoustically, or it's not a tradition. We started out performing with sound reinforcement, and we still do, but we rehearse acoustically all the time, and all the stuff we learn. Every situation almost where we rehearse singing together happens acoustically. Of course, we have to take care of our mixing, and we have to rehearse with microphones also. And when we take on a new song, there are stages, but the first stage is always singing acoustically.
Yeah, and usually the way we take a new song is that we have arranged it beforehand. So everybody first knows own music, like own part of the song.
Yeah, that's important.
Yeah,
we always learn the music by heart before we start practice.
And then we get together and practice it together and use piano, use metronome, and
the piano is very important, or some instrument, because we do a cappella. We are without any anchor, so to speak. When we
have
perform,
no leader.
Yeah, no leader, and I mean pitch-wise, the usage of piano it's really important to have some instrument you can all rely on, so that you won't start fighting over the pitch or anything. And also metronome, very important,
And we also record quite a lot in our rehearsals. We record and then listen what is wrong. We were talking about how different backgrounds we have, and that is one thing that is, I think, challenging, because like different vowels, and we have different tradition. Each singer have
different vowels. Oh yeah, okay.
Have different tradition how to pronounce something, and so that's something that, when you record and then listen, you can observe it much better. You can even realize what you're doing when you're singing.
Yep. When you don't have a leader, that's your answer. And also we nowadays more and more we are willing to ask for assistance, like to have outside help. Maybe, for example, pronouncing. Our native language is Finnish, and none of us speak perfect English, as you can hear or sing it. So it takes time to learn to do things probably. Or for example, Chinese. We sing quite a lot in Chinese also.
And Russian language too. We have done it too. And
So you have to use a consultant. It would be impossible. Or doing choreographies or blah, blah, blah. Outside help, it helps. One of the most important things when you rehearse is you only rehearse one thing at a time. Or you try to concentrate on one thing. And usually if there is a difficult chord or some other difficulties involving pitch problems, we just take out stuff. Take out rhythm, take out the words.
Less singers, like 2, 3, and then build it up.
Yep. And of course we use reference all the time. Play the chords from piano.
And stop, and go from a chord to chord, like
back and forth between chords. That's useful.
And rub it.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's what we do. And what else?
What else? Of course, the method of real group, we use it too. I think if some of us are familiar with real group's method of playing the chord. So you sing and stop immediately before the chord that you want to rehearse is coming, and play the chord from the piano. And the aim in this, I believe, is to get the positive way of hearing the chord, hearing the right chord and imagining it in your head, and then just producing it without thinking of all the wrong notes you did, or your own difficulties of getting the right pitch.
And one thing that you said, that if we have pitch problems, it's sometimes we have also noticed that some what is se like?
Key?
Some keys are harder for us than some, in some amazing way. We don't know why, but sometimes it's easier just to give up and sing it a bit on a bit higher key or a bit lower key. So sometimes it's just something in our throats that doesn't.
Yeah, we rehearse a lot in wrong keys. We just change something in order to open our ears, and usually the problems solve themselves without over-analyzing. Sometimes a good analysis is needed, but usually it kind of solves itself. And that's true what Maya said. It's completely beyond me. I can't understand how come different keys work better than other. It's from individual maybe voices or something. But for example, the key F major is really hard for club profile, and it's always been so. No matter who is singing, it's always just it's not in us. It's we can do it, but it doesn't like cling. So we always do it in F sharp or something. If we have to do it, we just change the key, and it's all fine. Yeah, it's important to be. It's important to get to write music for yourself, to take part of everything that goes on, and a cappella music is it's very restricted thing. It's usually the most typical situation is that someone else has decided for you what you are going to sing. So being able to write for yourself is a bliss. I write arrangement a lot. And now we are in the process of making new album actually at the moment. It's going to be original music, and we have all composed. And it's lovely, it's very important.
And in our Uni album, we have many own compositions also, and the new album. And but many of our albums are also cover songs. But in cover songs, it's very important to us to find something own to say. Like, I mean that we just don't want to make a copy of something that has been already made, but we want to find our own way to do. And it's very important to have something to say, something you want to say with this song, and something. Sometimes it's something musical. We want to do some song like you arranged this Pillitä eli Pillitä song, which is like a punk rock song in Finland. You arranged it in like 20s?
Maybe 20s, 30s.
Yeah.
I made it in a jazz song.
So things like that.
Yeah, I love doing it. It's a musical pun thing for me, but also it's a good way to maybe find something new, not to just do a carbon copy of, if you know what I mean, of a song. Of course, we don't analyze everything we do. There are times we just love a song and cover it, and that's it. But and we arrange all the time. We arrange. We arrange all the music for us.
Yeah.
There are some songs we have commissioned, or
Like if we are in a hurry, we need
yep, in a hurry.
Like,
That happens
a lot.
yeah, or we have some acoustic material, some songs we perform in churches. It's not a big thing for us. We just started it a few years ago, but still there are some songs that have not been arranged by us. But most of the times we arrange our own music, and it's very important to be original.
And we have also found out that it's perhaps the easiest way because we know our own limitations and strengths and so on. So it can be perhaps the easiest way to do it.
Yeah.
Well, we started our own company in 2006 January, and why we did it, it was that we wanted to make this a living. Like we wanted to just focus on this group and like this be the only thing that we do for a living. So we started our own company and then hired a person to produce our concerts, like financially, like do the marketing and promotion for us. So we have our own company, and we all take the leadership. Or how can I say it?
We are our own bosses.
Yeah, we are our own bosses, and I don't actually have any special skills for promotion or marketing. But what we do is that we buy that service from someone who does, and yeah, and it's been nice so far. It's a challenge to do the artistic work all by ourselves and then also run our own company. But so far we have been able to do that.
It's enough for us to get by. We make a living out of this. We tour regularly in Finland. We perform all over the world, but in Finland, one of the very most important thing financially is our own tours in Finland, especially our Christmas tour. It's big. In general, Finnish people go watch a concert at Christmas.
Yeah.
So Christmas is a big thing for Finns, and being able to pull the audience year after year, it's hard, but it's very important for us.
And once a year we tour in China, and this year we are also doing some concerts in Russia, in Africa for the first time, and in Europe also. And we are coming to Boston also.
Yeah, Boston next month. Yeah.
Well, our company's name is Helmi Promotion Oy. Yeah.
Yeah.
And it produces everything, our own concerts, and also sells our concerts for concert buyers. Yeah.
The situation is always changing, and well, the thing is nowadays you have all these. You were talking about promotion and Facebook and the whole internet has changed things a lot, but still, I think as far as gigs and opportunities go, it's you do a good show and then the show catches the right people, and then you get to do another show, and that's how it has has gone with us. And we have realized many years ago that you can do only so much by your recorded music, like by your albums, with your albums. It's the live situation that really gets you in touch with people. And our music is as I said, as we talked about, we go from one end to the other musically. And it's really important to see us live and to understand our approach. A few months ago we were in London, and I think it was the first time ever that I heard the feedback. This feedback, actually, 2 or 3 people said to me or us roughly the same thing, that, and I loved your show. It was kind of the show I would show to my kid as a first a cappella or vocal ensemble show. It was marvelous feedback for me because to be like so good at doing different styles to perform this a little this to show different styles so that someone could say that I'm very proud of that feedback. But yeah, it was nice to hear. Yeah, I do a lot of arranging, and also I've been producing Club 45 in studio, or taking part of that on all our albums. And it's, well, there are many sides to that, and it's a long journey if you think of an idea of a song, then discussing it with the others, brainstorming what to do with the song, that if it's a cover song, then to arrange it, maybe arrange it for second time after you've tried it a little bit, then rehearse it, perform it, and then go into the studio, figuring out how to record it. Do we record it all at the same time, or do we build it up like it usually goes in the studio? First you start with a guide track, if it's a cappella, then maybe bass and some vocal percussion, and then finish the song and then mix it, and all the things that go on. You have to listen so many things when you work with a cappella, with human voice. There are all sorts of things you have to put your concentration into. So producing a cappella, it's not easy. There are many things. And actually that's something I would like to ask Juri Sariola, our big help in studio. Actually, his husband, he has been producing our last 3 albums with us, and he's a wizard.
We use in-ear monitors, Ultimate Ears monitors. We have been using them since 2010, I think.
I think
about
before
5
that
years.
Also.
I think we had before that we had also in-ear Shure. I think.
Yeah. Different brands actually, and we have tried a lot of systems, and some of us like some and others some other. It's all about actually your physiology, what fits into your ear. If we are talking about in-ear monitors, and also we use wedge monitors like normal floor
monitors,
monitors on floor, and it's a mixture of these 2 things we find the most helpful for us. But
what works for me is that I use this in-ear Ultimate Ears monitors, and I although it's made for just my ears, I like to have a loose fit in it, so I can also hear some acoustic sound.
Yeah. And every now and then we take them off and just sing. For example, when we do acoustic part or the whole concert acoustically, we enjoy doing it without the microphones and without the technology.
It was quite a hard thing, I think, to learn to use in-ear monitors. But what's great in in-ear monitors is that when we have a big show, we can use the whole stage. So we don't have to be near to each other, near our floor monitors. We can start from wherever. Many times we have done that. We have actually started from the audience. So we have been singing in the audience using our in-ear monitors, and with those we can use echoes and delays in our sound, so and it doesn't like disturb us when we are singing. We can.
You mean we hear the pure audio? That's important.
So we don't get to hear the great sound that the audience hears. But we have this very clear sound that what we hear in our ears.
Yeah, which brings us to mixing, and of course we use affected sound a lot. I think nowadays a little less than before. We've sort of found our way through all this. There are a lot of options, a lot of kind of how do you say it? A lot of different kind of tastes. What's good, and how should we treat the human voice? And we sort of learn to appreciate the human voice more and more. So we don't use effects that much. We use some, and we use what's necessary, and we have fun doing that. But there are a lot of times situations where we actually try some effect and then recognize it's good, but decide to go without it.
Yeah, but it's like that our music changes and the way we do it changes all the time. Sometimes we like to do it more effectively, and then we're sometimes more organic, and it's and that's very important for us also, that we don't make like any limitations that now we only do organic pure sound, or now we only use different sounds.
Yeah, we like to keep it refreshing for ourselves and for the audience as well.
Yeah, and what is good for the music, for the piece we are making, that's what the main thing. How does this song sounds the best it can sound?
Yeah, that's important.
That's the main thing,
what are you doing? What is best for the song? What is best for the situation? And that's actually the most important thing. Why do we use sound systems, sound reinforcement? We use it to be able to sing to more people, to be louder. And actually that's the thing, to be able to communicate, to be heard, and to come close to the audience.
And to sing to many people.
And to sing to many people, to make the whole thing work. It's just too hard to sing without microphones. The stuff we sing, or if you are in front of the orchestra, it's obvious you need to use microphones, unless you are opera singer. But that's the way it goes. And actually, that's the thing. If I get back to effects and using all these things, you can kind of morph the human voice into something else, but actually also alienate a little, maybe someone. Maybe it's something that also disconnects the kind of the thing you have with the audience or the one who's listening to your singing. So that's why we sometimes go without affecting a lot. Yeah, people are all the time asking. The usual question for Club 45 actually is it harder or easier to sing with microphones? And usually people think, especially amateurs, think that it's way easier to sing with microphone and sing amplified. And well, it couldn't be more wrong. It's totally the opposite way. It complicates things, and it's necessarily bad. I don't know if that's what you say in English, but but it's something that you have to do.